Great. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Do you have to come back to the city to take final exams?
Come back to the city.
For your finals exam?
Final. And
Jana has no idea what we're talking about.
no.
So this morning, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport announced something about how public schools at university level can arrange final exams inside the school campus for 2 days. They only do the online exams. That's why I asked if you have to come back to the city to take final exams.
No.
No, since you're studying in Rule, and Rule is a public school. All right. Let's start our day today. So, do you guys have a good weekend? Last weekend?
Yes.
Anything fun happen?
No.
And how is that a good weekend if there's nothing fun happen? Huh? Oh,
Just watching YouTube.
no class, no school. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So last week we discussed small talks, a big deal, and we've learned some vocabulary. Did you guys manage to remember some words, especially the meanings and pronunciation?
Yes.
Yes. Let's test. I'm gonna type down the word, and you need to tell me how you pronounce this word.
Appreciate.
Again, please.
Appreciate.
Where's the stress on?
Appreciate.
Very good. Appreciate. What does it mean?
To admire.
Admire. And in our text, what part of speech is this?
Verb.
Verb. Okay. Very good. Jana's turn. Let me. Jana, very easy. 2 syllables.
Maintain.
Part of speech.
Verb.
Verb. And it means?
Mean like remain.
Remain. Okay. So you know it's a verb or a noun by looking at what in the text?
Looking at the sentence.
Further, please. Only sentence.
Like if it after, like if it is verb, it stay after subject, and it has like a phrase behind it.
Okay, very good. So you can know what part of speech a verb or a word is by looking at the position of the sentence. But today we will find out another way that you can look or you can tell the part of speech of the word. And we'll discuss that together because I believe all of you have watched the video already in our my class. Okay, let's go. So you finished reading our short article, right? Not really short, but our text interview, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you get from that?
Tips.
Tips to what? To flunk your interview or to pass your interview?
To pass.
You know what flunk means, right? Flunk. F-L-U-N-K. To flunk something means to fail, like you don't want to pass. Like I flunked my test. A verb. Flunk. Okay. So you've got some tips from the reading article. So we'll watch another short video about common questions, body language, and more that will happen in the interview room or inside the interview before we discuss our text. Okay, can you see the video together now?
Yes.
Okay. Hang on, something happened. I cannot apparently put this in full screen. All right.
Arguably the most crucial part of the job search. But
How's the volume? Can you hear?
Yeah.
Can make or break an opportunity.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Sure.
So to help you really prepare, we're going to dissect and analyze an entire interview from start to finish. I'll be sprinkling in a mix of tips about body language, etiquette, and how to answer common questions. Like when exactly does the...
So he said body language and what?
Etiquette.
Etiquette. What is etiquette?
Basic rule.
Basic rules. Very good. Etiquette, basic rules. Okay, I'll turn on CC so you can see what it's spelled. How it's spelled.
Questions.
Here, etiquette on. Body language etiquette, basic rule, etiquette, right here.
Like when exactly does the interview start? How do you deal with nerves? And how soon can you follow up? For years, athletes have used science and data analysis to improve. Now, we are doing the same for job seekers everywhere. This is job science. Meet Anya, a recent grad majoring in business administration. She's interviewing for...
It's like Yana, okay? Business administration, fresh grads.
An entry-level project management position.
Same job like Yana said last time, management project. So you can learn from this, Yana.
Note her posture. Head up, shoulders pulled back, no slouching, and no laid backness. The interview begins the minute you walk into the building. Anya treats everyone in the office with respect while keeping eye contact. From security personnel to receptionists, anyone you run into on your way in could be asked to give feedback on you. It's normal to be nervous. When nerves kick in, the natural human response is to take short breaths and breathe faster. Stay calm by taking a deep breath before entering. Hold it, count to 3, and then slowly breathe out.
Oh.
Right.
Why is like, what's going on?
No.
Why is main freezing?
No, I'm not freezing.
Okay,
Say
continue.
their name. That one always works. You know, you're more likely to remember their name if you say it out loud when you first meet.
So I can see the screen.
I accidentally stopped
Huh.
sharing the screen. Wait on. Hang on. One second. Okay, you're right here. Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Continue. So earlier we paused when we talked about her posture. So what posture should you have in the interview? What kind of posture? Should you like slouch back like this? Like we talked about this last on the first session. Like when you sit, you like bend your back a little bit. You look like you're bored, or should you sit straight, like your shoulder pulled back, your head up? What is the recommended posture for the interview?
Sit straight.
Sit straight. And should you make eye contact?
Yes.
Should you be friendly?
Yes.
With everyone or with just the top management?
With everyone.
Everyone. Very good. Let's continue.
A lot of the time, small talk comes up before any questions.
See, small talk. Again, small talk is everywhere.
It's good to have a few current events or topics in mind. You can't possibly predict what they're going to ask, but you can practice answering the common ones, like, why do you want to work here? What makes you unique? Let's see what our interviewer asks.
So I want to hear more. Tell me a little about your experience and what you bring to this role.
Pause. When this is asked, they're looking to learn what makes you stand out. Be honest with your answers. That means having to pause and think for a second. That is all right. Think about your past experiences and how the role lines up with your future goals. It never hurts to be honest.
Great question. Ever since I was young, I've always been the organized one in my family. Whether it was helping my parents schedule vacations or color coordinating my closet, naturally that lifestyle got me here, project management. I've been a people person for as long as I can remember. Plain and simple, I love team building and making sure everyone has a part. Just the other month.
Ooh, just really quick, don't speak negatively about previous places you've worked. Instead, talk about what you've learned.
I helped lead a team of 5 to deliver a 3-week sales project a few days ahead of schedule. I'd love to bring these things here.
Perfect. A response like this not only answers the question, but also shows off her personality. But remember, there's no one right way to interview and answer questions. Be yourself and let your personality shine. Be aware of your movements. Practice polite, confident body language. Subtly miming your interviewer's posture can actually create a sense of connection. Of all places, unnecessary movements are hard to ignore in an interview. Whether it's tapping your fingers or bouncing your leg, be aware and stay present.
Hey, it's been great chatting so far. I guess my last question is, do you have any questions for me?
Ooh, this is a hot one. Make sure to have a short list of questions for your employer in your back pocket. Ask the questions you would if you got the job. If tomorrow was your first day, what do you want to know from the manager? Even if you don't have any burning questions, asking a few shows that you did your homework and that you really care. Some include, what do you like best about working here? What are some mistakes people have made in this position? What is a goal you're currently working toward? How will my performance be evaluated?
Well, I did read that you're expanding your software team next quarter. I'm curious how you plan to carry it.
The interview isn't actually over. Always follow up within 24 hours with a thank you email to the hiring manager. This can be a quick note simply thanking them for their time, or a longer one that elaborates on some of the things you talked about. It's key to leaving a lasting impression. This
All right. So what did you get from the video?
More tips,
More tips? Are those tips similar to our book?
mostly.
Yes.
Mostly. So do you think those tips will be useful for you when you go to the interview for your job?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to our book together and discuss further on this topic. Page 13, please, everyone. So last time we asked May to start first. So this time I want Yana to start reading for us first.
Okay.
Remember, Yana, hang on. Last week, what problem you had with pronunciation? Remember those words. With what?
SH.
SH and? SH and?
And S.
And S and D. Impress. Okay.
Impress.
Like probably. Okay, let's go on.
Okay. Job interviews 101. You finally got that call you have been waiting for, an interview for a new job. At first, you will probably feel overjoyed, but as the interview gets closer, you are likely to get more and more nervous about the big day. Experts say that you only have 30 seconds to make a good first impression. At a job interview, the key to successful interview is to be prepared and stay professional at all times. To make sure you do your best, remember these 10 tips.
Thank you. Very good. May continue, please, on. First tip.
Be prepared. Learn as much as you can about the company before the interview. Go to the business website and read it so you are aware of how things work there. Think of questions the interviewer might ask you and practice your answers with a friend. Know how to discuss both your strengths and your weaknesses because you will be asked about both.
Very good. Thank you. Continue. Now we switch topic.
Okay. Dress the part. If you walk in wearing jeans and a t-shirt, you are not likely to get the position. Wearing clothing that is neat, clean, and presentable. Most companies expect applicants to wear business clothes, such as a shirt and tie or a nice suit. Dressing well shows that you are serious about the job.
Thank you.
Be punctual. Arriving late to an, to the to an interview can be deadly. No employers want to hire someone who is not responsible enough to come to work on time. Get to the interview 10 to 15 minutes early to have yourself relaxed before you step into the office.
Make eye contact. Look your interviewer in the eye when you greet him or her, and keep eye contact throughout the entire interview. Keeping eye contact shows the other person that you are both honest and confident.
Be polite, sit up straight when you are being interviewed, listen carefully to what the interviewer is saying, and avoid using slang or bad words. If you don't understand a question, ask politely. Could you please repeat that? When you are polite, you appear more professional and more likely to get a job.
Don't interrupt. Interrupting is considered rude. Let the interviewer finish what she or he is saying. If you have something important to say, try to remember it and wait for a moment of silence to speak up.
You done, Jana?
Yes.
Oh, my internet connection is not stable.
Okay, wait. We can pause.
Oh, it's okay. It's back now.
Good. That one. Point number 8.
Okay. Find shared interests. Try to notice what the interviewer finds important. Listen for topics that you both know something about and discuss them. If you can't think of anything, not yes or agree with points that the interviewer makes.
Sell yourself. Don't be afraid to talk about your accomplishments. Employers want to hire people who are successful and confident in their abilities. However, be careful not to exaggerate. Do not lie about the past job responsibilities. You never did.
Stay positive. Avoid complaining about a bad boss or job you had before. Being negative can make employers worry that you are not a team player or that you don't work well with others. And remember to smile. Smiling shows that you are easygoing and enthusiastic. Enthusiastic.
Ask questions. At the end of the interview, ask specific questions about the job or company, such as what kind of work can I expect to be doing the first year? Or where do you see the company 5 years from now? You want to show the employer that you have done your research and that you care about working there.
Interviewing is not easy, but it is easier when you know what to do and what to expect. If you stay honest and professional, you will get yourself one step closer to the job you want. Oh, and one more thing, don't forget to breathe. Done.
Okay, don't forget to breathe. Okay, so what are the tips? How many main points are there?
10.
10 main points. So those 10 main points, what did we say last week? I told you about that, the what and the what.
The do's and
The
the
do's
don'ts.
and the don'ts. So those 10 main points are the do's of job interview tips, right? So what are the don'ts?
Like,
Don't
don't
interrupt.
interrupt.
Okay, so let's go to page 15. Like you both finished reading and you understand the text completely already. Very good job. Page number 15, we have a T chart, the do's and the don'ts. So the do's, you know already are 10 points, but right now I just want to skim through the text again and get the don'ts. Like the first one is don't be negative. What are the other don'ts of the interview?
Don't lie.
Okay, write down on. Don't be
Oh.
negative. Don't lie. We'll do something about this soon. So don't lie. Second point. What else? Don't what?
Don't interrupt.
Don't interrupt. Okay. 3 points now. What else?
Don't forget to breathe.
Okay, don't forget to breathe. What else?
Don't be exaggerate.
Don't exaggerate. Exaggerate is a verb on. We
Oh
learn
yeah,
about this. Don't exaggerate.
sorry.
Okay. What else? Only 4?
Don't use bad words or slang.
Don't use bad words or slangs. 5. Let's have one more so we can have more ideas.
Don't complaining about a bad boss or job,
Don't complain about
but
a bad boss or
but
job.
they state avoid.
Yeah, avoid is a verb, so avoid ing comes behind avoid. If you say don't complain, okay?
Yes, but
Okay.
it means the same. It's
Mhm.
a don't, right?
Yes, it's a don't. Very good. So we have 6 don'ts and you have 10 do's. So keep that for now. We'll do something about this soon. All right, let's check your understanding. I'll read a sentence and you will decide if it's true or false very quickly, okay? Again, like last week, if it's false, why? So number 1, learn as much as you can about the company before the interview. Nay,
True.
true. Where can you find that?
Hang on. Prepare.
Be ready now. Be ready.
But we just did it.
We just did it. What? Which
In
one?
Sorry. you didn't tell us to prepare yet.
No, it's going to prepare. We go like quickly. So
Right.
we test your understanding very quick.
That's my sense.
How fast can you find the answer?
There, the first paragraph of the first sentence of paragraph 2.
Very good. Learn as much as you can. That's in topic. Be prepared. And then number 2 on, most companies expect you to wear casual clothes to an interview.
False.
Explanation.
Paragraph 3, line number 4.
Very good. So what kind of clothing do you have to wear?
Business clothes.
It's like business casual. Thank you. Main, arrive 30 to 40 minutes early so you can start the
False.
interview early. False.
Oh, 10 to
Why?
50.
Can you start the interview early?
Yes.
No.
Arrive.
Are you sure? Read again on.
You mean arrive, right?
And the question is arrive 30 to 40 minutes early so you can start the interview early. Where's the
This one
key?
is get to interview 10 to 15 minutes early to have yourself sent to the office.
The key is if you arrive early, you can start early as well. Is that true? That's the key. Then find it again in paragraph number 4, be punctual. So they said arriving late can be deadly. Arrive to the interview 10 to 15 minutes early to help yourself relax before you step into the office. So can you arrive 30 minutes early? Is it okay? Think about it. Or you have to arrive 10 minutes early only and not more than that.
It could be that.
Okay.
It could be 30. It could be more.
Good. So why should you arrive early? To start the interview early or to what?
Responsible for it. You are a responsible person and punctual.
A bit further, further. Why do you have to arrive early?
Because if you arrive late, the interview can be deadly.
A bit further.
No employer wants to hire someone who is not responsible enough.
Further.
To have yourself relax.
Exactly. Thank you. So you can arrive anytime earlier than the interview schedule because you can relax, not because you can start earlier than the schedule. Very good. On.
Oh, I see.
Number 4, Yana.
False,
Why?
because confident and honest.
Good there too. To show you are confident and you are also honest, not just confident. Nice one. On. Main 5.
False too.
It's okay to lie a little about a past job to impress the interviewer.
Yes.
May find the evidence, supporting evidence. Where is it?
I know that they say that be honest.
Okay, they said be honest, but can you lie a little?
No.
So you said false or true?
I forgot what is it.
Take your time. We can wait, May. Don't worry. Remember, when you say something, you need evidence to support. Always.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, here.
Okay.
Do not lie about past job responsibility.
So is it true or false?
It's false.
False. So it's okay or it's not okay?
It's not okay.
Thank you. Very good job on. 6, Jenny. Yes or no? True or false?
True.
True. Play again. Lane 7 on.
What? She doesn't need to explain?
No, because it's in the sentence already. Here, avoid complaining about a bad boss or job you had before. It's on the line question. There's no
It's false. You need to ask question.
Very good. Nice job, finally. Nice one. Very good. So, okay. So last week, review a little. Last week, we talked about main idea and supporting sentences. So what is another word that you can call a main idea?
Topic sentence.
Topic sentence.
Very good. So in our article, we have 12 paragraphs. What do you think is the main idea of each paragraph?
The first sentence.
The first sentence of the
paragraph.
Very good. And
Paragraph.
the rest are all
supporting sentence.
Very good. The rest are supporting sentences. All right. So with that, we finish page 16 already. F. Match the main idea with the supporting details. It's all in the book. No worry. So remember, make your T-chart ready. We'll use it soon. But let's go to a short discussion together. So you've got 10 tips earlier. Which one do you think is the most important? Like dress nicely, be prepared, be punctual, be polite, do not interrupt, find shared interests, sell yourself, and stay positive. And 2 more, ask questions. And what else? 1 more. Be polite already there. There should be 10.
Ask question.
Ask question. Stay positive. So be prepared.
Sell yourself.
There's the part. Very good. Be punctual. Be polite. Make eye contact. Yes. So which one is the most important, do you think? To you.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. What?
Okay, let's start with Jana first. Explain. Or maybe you're not complaining again. So why do you think be prepared is the most important tip?
Because if we are prepared, it means like we are confident, like we know what to talk.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. May, what's your evidence or what's your explanation?
Be prepared can boost your confidence.
Can boost your confidence, okay. Just one?
Yes.
Okay. Which one is the hardest?
Sell yourself. Oh no.
Which one?
I think ask question.
Ask questions. Okay, may explain first and nothing. Why is the point of ask the questions the hardest? It's your opinion. Oh, don't worry.
Can I change? Sell yourself.
Okay, you can change. Okay, so why sell yourself?
Because I'm afraid that I will exaggerate myself, and then my boss will find you.
Okay,
The
that's
interview
good.
will find you.
Yeah, you have a point right there. Yes. Sometimes when you try so much to sell yourself, you might exaggerate, like May said, and you might tell some lies to them. And if they find out, it will be
yes,
backfire. Yeah.
sometimes when during the interview, I can be nervous, and then I couldn't get what I'm talking.
And you just start rambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now.
For me, I think sell yourself is also the hardest to do because like after the graduation, like I will have no experiences, so it's hard to sell myself.
So Yana is concerned because after graduation, you might not have any experience and it's hard to sell yourself because you have no backup evidence or backup reason to sell. Yes. I see. Don't worry on maybe you can find some part-time job to do on the way, so we can have something to sell. So let me share a little bit. When I first started my job, I was a tutor at home. You know what tutor means, right?
Yes.
I tutored like 3 Korean students at their house. I know, right? Oh. My tutor schedule was every morning, like from I think 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, like every day. And it was so hard. Like I got that job by my friend. Like she introduced me to those students, and they hired me, blah blah blah, something like that. So I used that as the experience to sell myself at my first job. Oh, like so like grand. Yeah, they're Korean. They cannot speak Khmer, see? So I had to use English to teach them. See? Very smart.
And how are they?
They're like 30 something, and I was 20. I was 19. No, I was 19.
What?
And they're 20, and I was 19. And that was like many, many years ago. That's what I am proud of still until this day. All right, so last week we know that you can tell the word power of speech by looking at the position of a word in a sentence, right? But today, I'm sure you have watched the video already. Like you can also tell the power of speech and the meaning by looking at dictionary. So do you know how to use it?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So inside a dictionary, you will see words and then you see this thing. Okay, what's inside that thing?
Phonetic?
Phonetic symbols, very good. Do you know how to read that?
No.
No worry, because these days just use your phone, you will hear everything. Nice. And then after that you will see a power of speech and explanation. All right, so I'm positive that you know some key point that you can remember the power of speech, like if a word ends with M-E-N-T, what is it?
Noun.
Noun. E-D.
Adjective. Or verb. This could be word.
Past tense.
Yes.
I-V-E.
Adjective.
Let's say L-Y.
Adjective.
Adjective. L-Y.
Adverb.
Adverb.
And many other things. So you can complete the table by yourself down here and check with dictionary to help you get the answer, right? Any questions so far? So good skill here. Just use your dictionary, especially on your phone or on your computer, or like use Google. It has everything as well. Any problem so far?
No.
No. All right. So we'll be discussing writing today, and I'm gonna show you one of your writing. We have two. You'll see who I will show soon.
No, not yet.
No, I haven't shown yet. Oh.
You want us to guess? Huh? Yeah.
I don't know. Can you see it?
Yes.
Jana's.
Yes, Yana's writing. So right now we're going to discuss Yana's writing, and I'm gonna ask main question because it's a writing she knows already. So main, like think back to our discussion from last week, main idea and supporting details. Read Yana's writing real quick and guess what her main idea is and how many supporting details she had in her writing. Hurry up.
The main idea, right?
Uh-huh.
Using bad, I mean using wrong, small.
Remember main idea and her supporting details. And in a writing, main ideas and topic sentence are they the same or?
No.
Okay. So where is Yana's topic sentence?
The first sentence. Using
you
small
sure?
talk. No. There are several ways that most people usually doing this.
Good. That's the topic sentence. And how many ways did she discuss?
3.
3. The first one is?
You act like you.
Okay.
No, wait. No, sure. Disrespectful, right?
No, I'm asking you. So what is her first main idea or the first supporting sentence?
It's related to the gesture, body language.
And second one?
Related to offensive word. Don't use it.
Third one?
Don't talk. Be positive. Don't be negative.
Okay. And last one?
That's all.
You sure?
That's
One here.
so there's 4. Eye contact.
So how do you know where to find her main idea? What did she use to get that?
To find the main idea. At the first sentence. First sentence.
Okay, but hang on. She raised many points to help support her topic about how small talk can be bad as well. And how did she introduce each point to the reader, like you and I? Look at the red word on. What do we call that?
Time out.
What do we call that in writing? Like first, second, another one, last, blah, blah, blah. What do we call that?
Transition.
Very good, transition. Yana, do you know that or? Do you use that? Do you know what they're called?
No.
We call these words as transition or transition signals. They are words that you can use to link or to like express your main idea in your writing, like one by one. Here, all right. So have you guys watched our video in our class about writing?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So how many parts are there in a paragraph?
3.
3, and they are called?
Topic sentence,
Sentence.
supporting sentence, and including a concluding sentence.
Including sentence. Very good. May, do you agree?
Yes,
Yes. Hang
she
on.
was right.
Okay, sure. I know. Hang on. I want to show you something. Okay, here we are. So we'll be discussing writing today in general. So as you know, there are 3 kinds or 3 parts of paragraphs: topic sentence, supporting sentences, and concluding sentence. Why do I have S here?
Yeah, more.
A lot.
A lot, okay. So from the video, tell me what you get of topic sentence. What is it and where to find them?
We can find them at the first sentence of the paragraph.
Okay, most of the time, the first sentence. The paragraph. What else?
It can be at the second or the third paragraph also.
Let's discuss only paragraph. Oh, it's not essay, so we only have 1 paragraph. Okay, so mostly the first sentence of the paragraph. Sometimes it can be the second as well. Very good. What else would you get from the video?
It describes what the paragraphs talk about.
Very good. Describe what the paragraph is about. Like when you read the topic sentence, you will know immediately what the paragraph is about. Nice one. Anything else?
That's all.
That's all. Okay, yeah, next. Anything else to add?
Maybe like it tells you the most important idea of the paragraph. I think it's the same.
Same, okay. So what are in a topic sentence? What do you have to include? There should be 2 elements on, like in Yana's sentence, her topic sentence earlier. Let me type down here. There are several ways, okay. You look at Yana's topic sentence. What can you get from that?
Several ways.
What do we call several ways?
Main
Almost correct. Hurry up, continue. Main idea and, oh, it's not right enough. And let's do green. The green word are called what?
Supporting sentence.
So normally, thank you, on almost there. So normally a topic sentence, you should make sure to include a topic and the main idea. Like your topic is to use small talk that makes people hate you, right? Here, because you had another sentence at the top. And the main idea you express it several ways. So to know how many ways, here, several ways. Topic is multiple, do this way and that way lead to hatred. Very good. So make sure you have a topic plus main idea. And main idea mostly include or briefly, briefly tells what the supporting sentence is about. And how many? All right, let's go to the second part of a paragraph, supporting sentences. What did you get from the video?
It works to support the main idea.
I highlight this way so you know what is what. So it support the what?
The main idea.
Okay, and it gives further explanation. Anything else?
Say at the middle of the paragraph.
Right.
May, are you still with us?
Yep.
Okay, May, anything to add?
Giving example.
Okay, we'll put on top here. All right, what else? Is that all? What do you need?
Subtopics.
Hang on, earlier, start letter T, like Yana said, first, second, third, blah, 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 blah.
Transition.
So you should use transition to be introduced. All right, concluding sentence, like for example, like first, second, blah, blah, blah. So concluding sentence, what did you get from our video? Where is it normally?
The last sentence of the paragraph.
Very good. Anything else?
Rephrase the topic sentence. Or summarize it.
Very good.
I mean, summarize the supporting sentences.
Sometimes it also gives recommendation. That's a function. What else? Do you normally say transitions before concluding sentence, like in conclusion, all in all, to
Yes.
sum up? Sometimes if it's transition, like Yana use I think
In conclusion.
And for example, they're like in conclusion, all in all, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. All right. So I put in the practice in our like my class. You can just go and do yourself. It's very easy, convenient, since we'll be discussing things only today. So normally when you do a writing, what are the steps that you should follow? Do you just like write it immediately?
No, we have to organize the idea, brainstorm.
Very good. And then?
Aligning
Aligning in our book. So brainstorming, your brain and the storm. So brainstorm. What does it mean? Another word is what Yana said earlier on.
Organize the ideas.
Yes, organizing your ideas. That's like brainstorming. So in this one, you can draft all the what information. You can think of about the topic. Second step is outlining. What is it? Have you seen our video yet?
Describing.
Outlining. So after we brainstorm, we will have a lot of ideas, right? Let's say we have this, we have that. We have 10 ideas of that topic. So do you use them all?
No.
No, you select only, let's say
the important one.
Okay, you want to like take only 3 of the ideas. And then you put them in the outlining. So what does outlining mean from our video?
Which one go first and which one go the second?
Thank
third?
you. Outlining another way is a plan of your writing. Like you have your main idea already after you have selected the main points or ideas. So this is the last step is drafting and p-editing. That's when you ask your friends to read and they will help check your writing for you. Okay, so I'll tell you briefly types of paragraph that we have in English. We have descriptive paragraph. Descriptive here were past speech earlier on.
Adjective.
Narrative.
Adjective.
Expository.
Adjective.
And persuasive.
Adjective.
Very good. So the first type is descriptive paragraph. What do you think it is? Descriptive adjective, the verb is?
Verb.
What is the
Describe.
verb? Very good, describe. So as you can tell, descriptive paragraph is used to describe things. It can be anything. Okay. Narrative, the verb is?
Narrate.
Narrate. And narrate means?
Tell
Stories or something or your past experience. So if we use this one, it is when you want to tell people your experience in something. Let's say you want to tell them like, I want to tell you my first job as a tutor. So I use this type of writing, narrative paragraph. Expository paragraph, what do you think it is?
Exposing.
Exposing. What is it? Think. I told you two already. Think about expository paragraph.
Like advertise.
Advertise.
Something.
Are you sure?
I think it is both descriptive and narrative.
Mm-hmm.
It combined.
Yep, very good. It's like a combination of descriptive and narrative, and you have steps as well. Like you tell them, like, let's say how to do something, you explain stuff. Because when you describe, mostly you tell them, like, let's say describe your house, describe your friends, like she is kind, for example, blah blah blah. But expository paragraph is like a descriptive one too, but it's just mostly you explain how things are done, for example. And you can also like include some descriptive inside as well. It's more like details on the steps. Okay. And last one, persuasive, comes from the verb
Persuade.
persuade. So you can tell what is it? Writing to
Persuade.
persuade someone. Like you have, like, let's say we have that essay in Khmer, so like you want to take that stand and you explain why people should believe you, for example. Like your cover letter is a persuasive paragraph. Mm-hmm. So here are some types in general, but today in our unit we'll be discussing process paragraph. So what is it? Like listen to the title, process paragraph. What is it? Process paragraph.
Like step by step.
Step by step. What else?
To do something successful.
Okay. So main said process paragraph is a kind of writing that you explain steps of doing something, right?
Yes.
Janet, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Why do we need to use this one? Why can't we just use, let's say, descriptive for everything? Because each kind of writing, it has specific structure you have to follow. Like exact transition, exact steps of writing, different and unique topic sentence, unique conclusion. So why should we use process writing to explain?
To make a good paragraph.
To make a good paragraph, let's say to give a good paragraph, thank you, with clear instructions. Nice. So how can we write this paragraph and what transitions do we need to use? You can guess first. So how, same thing, we need three parts, three elements like TS, SS, and CS. Earlier, TS stands for, in the first line,
Topic sentence.
topic sentence. SS, not song fa only.
Supporting sentence.
Okay, and CS.
Conclusion.
Very good, concluding sentence, conclusion. And transition, can you guess what kind of transitions do we use for this paragraph?
Time order.
Order, but not time on. Time means in the morning you do this.
Oh, I see.
Like steps. Thank you. Okay, so here's a general information of this paragraph. Now I have this, let's read this one first. This is also called a process paragraph, but the writer twisted a little bit and used a different structure. So read through this paragraph real quick and I'll ask you a question. Okay. This is very funny.
I used
So
to do
evil.
this to my dog. It's not evil.
Yeah.
Mine too, I know it feels like, oh, like it's so like gross, like especially when you crush them, like the sound it makes was so delicious, like seriously. Okay, so what is his topic sentence?
The way. Here's how I got rid of the hundreds of trees.
Topic sentence, this one, here's how, blah, blah, blah. We should do in green, all right. So how many steps did she mention?
3.
So you can tell by looking at transition, number 1, first.
4.
Next.
It's 4. Next.
Then.
What else? Then. What else?
Finally.
And finally. Okay, so her first step is she used blah, 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 okay? And as you can tell, after her first main idea, she has another sentence. And what functions does this one have on to do what? So the first supporting sentence, she used a flea comb to pick them off her ears, neck and back, and she crushed. Okay. Blah, blah. So what function does this one have? Cool. Earlier we talked about this.
To support.
To support and to
Explain.
Further
Further explain.
To further explain. Very good. And where is her concluding sentence?
No, none.
Did she use transition in this one?
No,
No, but did she have concluding sentence?
no.
Are you sure?
She used finally, but that's
It's
among the steps.
So what is her concluding sentence in this one?
It wasn't easy.
Oh, I repeat.
Yeah, it can come from he or come from him. Look at the sentence. So we can decide if it comes from where. This one. Does this sentence further explain her last point or no?
No.
No.
No. So from here to here is her concluding sentence. Let's put purple. Okay. So this is one way to write process paragraph. Remember this. Okay. You use subject, you use past tense, so it is like expository paragraph that you mix narration in there. Another way to write it is this one. Same thing, but they change a little bit. So read through this and tell me the difference. It's the same topic. You get rid of the text of your dogs, but they make some change. Read this and tell me what is the change. It's very obvious, very easy. Like maybe you can check the tenses, check the structure. Ready? Shall we start?
Yes.
All right. May, ready?
Yes.
Okay. So first thing first, what is the topic sentence?
The first sentence.
Same thing. First sentence is the topic sentence. What is the difference between this one and our previous one? Here is how to get rid of the ticks dogs often pick up as they roll and sniff in the grass and dirt. This one. But this one, here is how I got rid of the hundreds of ticks I found on my dog a few weeks ago. What do you think is the difference between the two?
Tense.
Tense, okay. What else? Which one do you think is a personal writing, not a general tips? General
Second.
purpose.
Second is general.
Second is general, and the first one is it?
Personal.
Personal.
Personal, very good. Second difference is like both writing has transition the same. First, second, third. It's actually the same format, and finally. But look at the first tip. First, use a flea comb to pick them off the dog's ears, neck, and back. And then crush each tick between your fingernail and the floor to make sure it's dead. What is the difference between this and the previous one?
Previous one, he used I.
And you use
Past.
tense. Very good. And what did the writer use in this one?
Use indirect.
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 It's a kind of sentence that it is included in the instruction, and there is no need to use a subject in that. What kind of sentence is that? Like if
top main idea.
no.
Independent clause.
No. If you buy, let's say you buy a shampoo and you at the back, you will see, let's say, put the shampoo on your hair, massage.
Instruction.
Instruction, very good. But what kind of sentence is this? A sentence that has subject. It starts with an I as well, very good. I.
Interpreting.
Interpreting. Okay, let me give you a clue. It starts with letter I, same thing.
How about C?
No.
Commending. Imperative.
Very good. Imperative.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
So if we check the general kinds of purpose paragraph, they use imperative sentences all the time. See, there's no single subject at all, even the conclusion. So that's a small difference. All right. I guess we will have a short break before we discuss more on how you can produce a purpose paragraph. All right. Let's say 10 minutes. Is it okay? Or 15 minutes?
Whatever you want.
10 minutes, okay. You might want to have a short break, like use the bathroom, drink some water. And we'll come back at 7:17, 10 minutes short break, bathroom break, or water drinking break. See you soon.
Yes.
See you.
Okay, let's continue from where we left off earlier. So as you can tell, the difference between the two earlier was the tense mostly, and the second one was how they introduce each supporting sentence or supporting detail. Okay, so before we begin our process paragraph writing, you need to check this if you have everything. So first thing first, think of who you are writing to, so you can choose a structure and word choice. Second, make sure your topic sentence clearly states what your process result will be. What do you want to achieve? Why should people read your paragraph? Sorry. Three, free write or brainstorm. You know the already step. Next one, do not include everything. If it's not important, take it out or it will be too long. And here's earlier brainstorming and outlining and drafting and p-editing is right here till here. And last one, before you submit your writing, proofread. Okay, so let's go. Earlier you saw two kinds or two different pieces of process paragraph, and they both serve different purposes. The first one, you use process paragraph for explanation, and second one is for how to. So you read both paragraph already. What do you mean by explanation right here? So it's still a process paragraph, but it is written in an explanation format. And as you can tell, we have subject, we have tenses, we have what happened. So when did this happen? When did her dog have fleas or ticks?
A few weeks ago.
Okay, and what step did she use? All of this, and did it work for her?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do we mean by explanation process paragraph? Think.
Experience.
Very good. So it's still a process paragraph, but it tells the reader what happened or an event that happened or has happened to someone, and the steps that the person did or apply that actually work. Okay, so if you write process paragraph in this format, you can put the subject. You can also have tenses like past or present tense or future tense. Because if you go through the writing samples in our textbook, they are all mostly written in explanation format. Like they have what happened before. They have tips that work for them, for example, and they don't use imperative sentences. And sometimes the supporting sentences in a full sentence format, like earlier it has subject, blah blah blah. But what how to this paragraph on how to, what is it?
It doesn't have like full.
Not full sentences, okay.
Yes, not full sentences.
What else? What function? Does this describe an event in the past? What happened, or is this a general tip?
General tips.
May, did you agree?
Yep.
Okay, so how to just tell the reader like general tips of or steps of doing something, and the supporting sentences are mostly in imperative sentence format. That's the difference. And most of the time there's no tenses. And for explanation one, you can use tenses. There can be a use of different tenses in this kind of process paragraph. Okay, who's yelling? Okay, so you get the general purposes. So one is to explain, one is to describe how to. You will see this slide soon on, or you can just take a screenshot for now since you'll practice this writing soon. Okay, topic sentence. As you can tell, earlier we said that for topic sentence there should be a topic. Hang on, let me go to the slide. There should be a topic and a main idea, like that explains supporting details, how many steps. So how can you make a topic sentence inside process paragraph? What should be a good way? What should be the main idea? Let me give you a topic. How to is easier. How to impress your date. Okay, think. How can you create a topic sentence of that writing topic? Remember, you need to have a topic and the main idea of the writing, and the main idea has to explain or give like some short look to the supporting sentences or details of the writing.
There are some tips to impress your date.
Okay. Any other choices or options made?
Dating. Seems same as Yana. I just use more sentence to support it.
What is it? Share with us.
Dating is not that hard.
Continue. Good.
Just follow the instruction below. the instruction.
Okay.
Follow the instruction.
So that's when you use only one topic sentence. Can we maybe use a complex sentence, compound complex, like this is complex? Can we say impressing or to impress? That's another key to use.
In order to impress you, not to impress
It's not easy. However, it is also not impossible with the following steps or tips. That's another way. Like you can play with your word, any choice, any play, any structure is fine. Like the first option is also good, but it's a little simple, right? Second one is also good, but you don't play with your word enough. Like you know more than that because you both are very good in English. So you can like play with word a little bit, like maybe third options or stuff like that. But we still stick to our goal. We have topic right here. And the main idea, following steps to impress your date. So you know, if it's how to impress your date, that's how you can do it. But if it is in an explanation kind, this will change. You can't say this because remember, explanation format is your experience. Okay,
Yes.
and you describe what worked for you, and you might not. And make sure you say it might not work for others, but that's what worked for you. Okay. Supporting sentence, mostly they are in imperative sentence format. And always include further explanation on each main idea. You cannot just say one line. All right, for example, impressing your date. What should be the first main idea? Remember, you follow the steps. First, you do this. Second, you do that. That's the how-to paragraph.
Dress up.
General tips. Readers need to follow the steps. So it's in order. Okay, first you what main? Yeah, main đang trở ra này.
No, dress up. Dress up.
First, dress up. What else? Only this?
Give explanation.
Let's add one more. Nicely. Okay.
Up nicely.
For the explanation.
Explanation. You need to wear
bright color clothes.
White color. Okay. It depends. Let's say let's hear from Main as a guy's perspective and Jana as a girl perspective. So we both impress each other. So for guy's perspective, dress up nicely. What do you wear, Main, to a date?
Try to wear something nice and attractive to your partner, such as
Attractive.
yes, for example, like fashionable. I mean, fashion clothes.
Let's say trendy. What is popular now?
Trendy.
Okay, that's for guys' perspective. Yeah, now what do you think?
Like wear bright color clothes.
Okay, same thing. Wear bright color. Hang on. We said bright colored. Oh, color is a noun.
Oh, colored. That express your personalities.
Are you sure? Like if I wear clothes that express my personality, I would be wearing black all the time.
Oh.
It's okay, just kidding. Okay, so here is how you write supporting sentences. You mention the first main step and then you include some explanation. That's how you make things more detailed for your reader, but do not add too much. If it is unnecessary, just skip it, okay? And you can follow the step that you put imperative sentence, or another way is to mix it up. I'm gonna take your sentence and mix it up with normal sentences as well. If you want to appear attractive, you can wear trendy clothes or bright colored ones to express your personality. So both are combined. So another way is you use imperative sentence in a steps main idea ones, and you use normal sentences in a explanation one. Both are fine. So the two ways are all acceptable. Don't worry, okay? Remember this? Cool?
Yes.
Yeah, cool on?
Cool.
We'll practice this one soon with our reading. We have everything already. Conclusion. So how do you conclude a process paragraph? Do you summarize? Do you reinforce? Do you give recommendation or what?
You can recommend or encourage.
Encourage. Okay. Transition are acceptable, but sometimes not needed. We need that, but sometimes there's no need to. If you have a way to do it, like our sample earlier, there's no transition all in all, right? They just put. It will not be easy, but eventually the tricks will completely disappear, blah, 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 stuff like that. So you can do anyway with transition or not, as long as you have a purpose of the concluding sentence.
I thought you want us to find the false structures.
No. Okay, so we have here, so what could be a conclusion of our writing, how to impress your date?
In short, you need to follow these steps in order to date someone successfully.
Okay. Jana, any idea? Let's say in conclusion.
I want to give encourage. So we need transition also.
Your choice on. This one is up to you.
No transition.
Okay,
go. If the date doesn't go well, it's not. It's not about you.
Okay.
It is just he's not the one.
Maybe the person isn't the one for you. Okay. Nice.
Based on your experience.
Okay, let's go to transition. So you have to use transitions in this kind of writing so people know what steps they need to follow. And I put it into two categories. This one is to start the steps that you can use many things like at first or first initially, begin by. So begin by here is already an imperative sentence. So this one, if you use begin by, you have to say
trimming, dressing.
Okay. So this one introduces the first main idea, and the first one is dressing up nicely or dress up nicely. The rest are the same. To start with, and remember to always use, what is this?
Comma.
Always use a comma after your transition except begin by. Okay? So the rest are the same. In the beginning, comma, dress up nicely. To begin with, dress up nicely. Begin by.
How about begin with? Begin with dressing. It could be like that too. Begin with dressing.
Yes. If you take two
Is it
out,
possible?
yes, possible.
Oh.
If you take two out, you can also put begin with, like start with, start by. Both are okay. Just take two out. But remember to use gerund after preposition. Key point number one. Because it and by are preposition, always use a gerund, here, verb ing. But because to begin with is a transition, you use a comma and an imperative sentence. Okay, are we cool?
Cool.
Okay. Continuing the steps, mostly these are adverbial subjunctive words, like before you do this, blah, 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 while, as soon as, upon, it's the same thing on. But let me highlight the sentence that you need to use full sentence. So from here, I'm just like going out. Okay. I'll put that in orange. So these orange words, you might need to use full sentence, two sentences together. Let's say, while meeting the person, blah, 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 okay? Second step. So first you dress up nicely, and while you are meeting the person, or while meeting, the next step is to say, maybe start a small talk. Okay, so while, as soon as, upon, stuff like that. But while you are, it's both full sentences. Okay, here. All right, you following me? Is it too small?
It's okay.
Okay. So the rest are just like here, comma and imperative sentence, main idea number 2 or number 3 or number 4.
So we can use while in two ways, right?
Or you can use while in two ways, in this way with both full sentences, or this way, only one imperative sentence.
See.
It means the same. I'm drinking something. Ready? Shall we move on? Done on?
Yes.
Remember this one, the T chart earlier? Page number 15. So we have some basic ideas of process paragraph, and I'm sure you need to practice writing it to be able to have questions asked. So on page 15, we have the do's and the don'ts. So May will cover the do's topic, and Jana, you cover the don'ts topic, okay? So consider that as your brainstorming. So you have 10 points for the do's and you have 6 points for the don'ts. First thing first, I want you to pick 3 points, let's say 4 points. 4 points of each side. May picks the do's, Jana picks the don'ts. So 4 points from each side, and we'll use that to practice our process paragraph.
And the topic?
I will give you on. Pick the main idea first.
Sure, it's already on the textbook, the topic. So we pick from it.
So May will pick the job interview do's. Did you get the topic you want to write about? Right here on page number 15, section D, we briefly completed the chart right on, the do's and the don'ts. So May, your job is to pick 4 of the do's. Just pick 4 only. We have like 10, right? Pick 4 of them. What you feel convenient or feel most confident to write about. And Jana, all you pick at the don't side. What makes you or what you feel most confident to write about as well. So all the ideas are from our article or our passage. So you have everything in your hand already. Have you got the main ideas yet? Only 4? May?
Yes.
Jana,
Yes.
okay, so May, you will produce an outline. Your topic is to how to successfully pass a job interview. It's your do. And hang on. And Jana, your topic is what not to do in order to pass the job interview since you are on site. And you are supposed to make an outline. So to get an outline format, please go to our book on page number 22. You need to think of a topic sentence and a concluding sentence because you have the subtopics already. Those main ideas are your subtopics. Okay, so what you need to do, I need your topic sentence. What is it? And your supporting sentence number 1. That's your first main idea. You don't have to put the explanation yet. Okay. In this format, so you need a complete topic sentence and a complete CS, concluding sentence. The inside are what you chose earlier, those four main ideas from our table or chart. All right, type on your computer in a Microsoft Word so we can share screen and see all together. Okay, just think of a topic sentence and a concluding sentence.
Topic including.
How would you open your paragraph to fit with your topic, and how would you end it? And we have purpose here. You can end to encourage or recommend or what. Here's your topic. Make sure you have a topic and your main ideas, and since it is a how-to or process paragraph, your main idea would be like how many steps. So right now, I only need your topic sentence and your concluding sentence. I'll give you, is 5 minutes okay? Or too short? Or too short? Okay, 10 minutes. Since it's 10 minutes, make sure you produce a very good topic sentence on some line. I expect some advanced language use from both of you. But if you can't think of anything, if it's too urgent, this is the simple ones that we had earlier, like they are, blah, blah, for example. Make sure you have the format on your computer screen after, so we can look at that together. If you have finished, let me know. Three more minutes. Almost time. Okay, who wants to share first? Okay, maybe it's your.
No.
You will share May no matter what. It's the do's and the don'ts. So you should share the do's first.
I haven't finished yet.
Let me see what have you done. So we can both give comment or feedback.
Sure. Here.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, May. First thing first, impossible or possible?
It will be possible.
Yes, very good. You have a very nice topic sentence on, correct one. Okay, is
I mean, it wouldn't be impossible.
okay.
I'm talking about.
Is and sound are both verbs.
Pardon?
Interviewing is sound frightening. So is and sound, they're both verbs, right? Can you use two verbs together?
Which parent? Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Interviewing is sound frightening.
Yes.
So you use two verbs together?
Sorry.
Very good. And however, if you use in the middle, you use a semicolon in front of it, or semicolon.
I am not sure with this.
No worry, I'll tell you.
Use this, right?
And a comma behind, however.
Oh.
Yes. Very good. So you still need your concluding sentence, but it's okay. Nice. So you have number one, expect the questions, arrange your answers, come early, okay. Always smile and be easygoing for everything. Interviewer, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Nicely done. I'll keep it. Yana, your turn.
We have to topic and including, right?
Mm-hmm. Concluding, yes, it's fine.
Okay. Wait.
Make the job on.
So I don't know which one to click.
Share screen and then you will see many tabs. Okay.
Top one.
Do you see the button share screen on the bottom of the meeting room?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Click on that and you will see many other tabs inside the windows.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Not yet.
You shared already, but we haven't seen anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now?
Yes.
Oh, your topic is what not to do. So you want them to follow the steps?
Oh.
See, be careful on what not to do. So the thing that they should avoid, and if you say follow the step, means they should
Oh wait.
fix the last sentence. Therefore, you just follow the steps now.
Therefore.
the first part is really good, like nailing your job interview isn't achievable. Very good, but fix the rest on. Therefore, you just follow these useful steps. Maybe you can say nailing your job interview is not unachievable if you avoid maybe.
Yes.
If you just avoid this. Okay, that's it. The steps. There's no to put as the following. Okay. So you don't want them to like do the things that you mentioned. Like first of all, done blah blah. Next, done. You put these steps. You don't need to put as the following on because you put. It's fine. You know what to do. Your conclusion. One failed. Failed. Not fall. Fail.
Oh, failed.
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 Yes. Okay, one failed interview doesn't define you. To be able to put two sentences together without here. Okay, one more comma in front of n. Yes. Very good. So now you have topic sentence and full sentence, and main has the supporting ideas already. So that's your homework for today. So for the next section, make sure you finish your outline and your first draft, okay?
Okay.
We'll discuss your first draft in class before we go to the grammar point. And you have your homework due on Thursday as well, the writing, like fix your old writing.
Yes.
Let me show you briefly. Like here, there are 3 steps you need to follow. Make changes to your mistakes, the comments right here, and include some conditional sentences in your writing. You will know what it is when you go to watch our next video in our classroom, okay? And you need to produce a piece of writing titled How Small Talk Can Cause a Bad First Impression. So how here is what paragraph, what kind of paragraph?
Process
paragraph.
Like what Yana said. So first, don't act like, for example, or first you act like you're doing an oral presentation, very good, but fix some mistake and include some if clauses or when clauses, and it will make your sentence a lot more easier and advanced. Okay, so here are your common mistakes. Both of you have the same thing, don't worry. All right. Further instruction for next week. Let me draft it out here. So today we have discussed another way to impress people. Remember, you have also your writing assignment, and we have like 10 tips. So here's another like parts of impressing people. So one more point that we learned today is, what is it on?
process paragraph.
Like what is it and how to produce that piece of writing. Okay, your job for next session. I want you to finish your practice. You have your homework due. You have the practice in my class. The one underneath the video I will show you. You need to watch a grammatical explanation and complete the question. We'll go through that together real quick and we'll start another textbook.
Shall I practice in my class till what lesson?
Finish it on, finish it. The first book. Since next session we will start listening and speaking textbook and then the course book you have. You have two, right?
Yes.
We'll start this one next session on Thursday. So let me show you what things you have to complete in my class. And before sending your writing to me, please give it to like your friend, each other, like your process paragraph and have P editing, okay? Like May need to read Jana's writing and Jana needs to read May's writing and I will be the last to read your writing. Except the one that I send you back, the assignment document, there's no need to do P editing. You have this page. Have you finished this one? Page 12.
I finished.
Okay.
Yes.
This one you watched it already, and exercise in our page. Please do that in our textbook. They're the same. We'll check the answer briefly for the next part, the completion part. This one as well, like we have two practices underneath lesson 6 and 7 here. And here's your assignment, like your homework earlier. And what you need to finish is this video right here and exercise down here. It's slightly different about the video exercise down here because it's a little more complicated down here. So before you do this, after the video, please complete the one in our book first so you get some general understanding, okay? After watching the video exercise in our textbook on page number 24, complete that one first, then you can practice this one since it's very fast, this one. You only have a minute for one question, so it's fast. So make sure you are accustomed to questions of this grammar point first before you do this one since it's fast track. And we'll look at your writing next section as well to see how much you have improved. All right, and we'll start the listening and speaking textbook next week. Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so no more questions, right? Any problems so far before we end today's session? And if possible, please start practicing your IQ online and check your assignment, how to paragraph on page 25. That's your assignment for the production week. It's how to paragraph. So we will start. You can start doing that now. I want brainstorming, I want your outline and your writing. So 3 steps we talked about earlier. Brainstorming, outline and your paragraph. And that will be on page number 25. You have your guideline over there. Don't worry. Everything is explained to you. Like we have revised and added, and this is when you need to put your IQ online to see stuff. And Jana, last time you asked me on about the academic word list, right?
Yes.
Yes, on page 27. Go and check it out. You see it?
Yes.
So you know the word research, we learn appreciate, demonstrate, maintain, select, and professional. So right now you know 6 academic words. And we also have other like Oxford 3000 words as well. So you've learned a lot of words in this unit. Okay, so your job for your writing, make sure you do the self-assessment checklist right here on page 26. Like make sure you have strong topic sentence and concluding. There should be 3 subtopics with specific details. We talk about this. And it should have conditionals, like I asked you to fix your writing earlier, like to include conditionals. And make sure you use correct word form, like noun should be noun, verb should be verb, stuff like that. And it should have vocabs from our unit as well, okay? And make sure you check punctuation, spellings, and your grammar. It should be okay because you type on computer, it will check your grammar for you and your spelling. All right, so far so good?
Yes.
Is it too fast or too slow on? So we know how to fix our pace.
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, be honest, Jana, is it too fast, the lesson that we learned, or too slow?
Kind of fast.
Okay, kind of fast. Which one on the writing or the reading section that's fast?
Writing.
Writing. Explanation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Any question, Ma? Let's start.
It's okay.
Writing question? It's okay. All right, so next time we have the next writing, I'll make sure to explain things slowly, okay? Okay, so I'll upload our PowerPoint to our class as well, the writing discussion we had today. Don't worry, you will see everything again. And any questions, you can drop me questions anytime you want to. I'll answer it. Make sure it's before our deadline, okay?
Yes.
ដល់ថ្ងៃ deadline មិនសួរសំណួរតាមក្រោយ So far so good. Remember to check our checklist for next week. How many things you have to complete right here. Your writing practice, your homework due, your practice in my class, and video, and your listening and speaking textbook. You can start go through that briefly. So first unit topic is the same thing. It's all about first impression. And I'll upload our MP3 file there. So you can listen first before we come to school and have some common understanding. So far so good?
Yes.
All right, let's have a break for today. And I hope you enjoy the class and have a nice dinner. And a nice sleep, and don't forget our homework. Nice sleep, what for homework? Bye-bye, see you next time on Thursday.
See you.
See you on Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.